executed it well.
How do you, how do you duplicate that? I mean, if you could, you do it every game, but do you talk about doing things differently, or how do you duplicate what you did in the fourth quarter going forward?
Well, first you want to start faster, first and foremost. But I mean, it's just execution. That's all it is. It's executing. Like when you execute, it looks like that. The fluidity of the game happens at a faster pace when you're executing as offense.
How are you feeling? Do you like to hurry up?
Yes, I mean I like it. I mean, but I don't like being down, that much. I feel like it's a balance between everything. But I think we executed that situation really good.
I mean, you've done a lot of that in your career. I mean, you look like you felt very comfortable, not huddling and just doing what you had to do, right?
Yeah, that's what we did. We did what we had to do, and we executed.
How are you feeling physically now as opposed to immediately after the full game?
Well, I'm still getting over some, first game soreness. But, it always feels good coming off with a win.
There's nothing, concerning, though? Physically after that? An entire game's work, basically.
Oh, no, you sore, but you back to work. And now it's on to Tampa Bay.
As it pertains to the protection, as you were over the film and kind of ID, some of the free rushes that got through, how much of that is just checks, identifying, where that rush is coming from, and how much of it is the scheme that you're going?
Yeah, it's some of the scheme, and most of it's just on me. Getting the ball out in terms of timing, getting the protection to the right guy. But as the year goes on, we're gonna continue to get better and better at that, especially with the communication from me, Eric, and the running backs.
Did you feel like you and the offense was primed to have a pretty big game the last time you played them in the Superdome, right before the injury? I mean, I remember the first drive you went right down and scored. It was obviously a lot of.
Yeah, I'm just happy we won that game. Last year, that game was shortly lived, but we're excited for this week. It's going to be a new team, same schematically, great head coach, great defense, great offense, and one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. So we got to come with it.
When you went into the tent last year, did you know at that point, hey, this is it for me for the year? Did you think that?
No, of course not. I tried to get back out there. Just wasn't physically able to. But
what were your thoughts when you were sitting in there and you had worked so hard to, get back to that point, and then the rug was kind of pulled out from under you?
I'm just grateful that I have this opportunity now. Hopefully I don't have to relive that moment again. I'm just pressing forward and keeping my eyes focused on this week and preparing for this team, which is a very great team.
Any extra motivation or emotion going at your former team at all?
No, they just another team. I got a lot of respect for a lot of those players, some of my old teammates. But at the end of the day, it's a division game, going against the best and Tom Brady. But I don't get to go against him. I get to go against Devin White and Levante David, and Antoine Whitfield and Vita Vea and Shaq Barrett. So got to prepare for those guys.
Jameis, is there a sense that just almost maybe a little bit of unfinished business because you didn't finish last year's game? Like maybe you were like, all right, this is a chance to, kind of, I guess, get over what happened.
Well, no, this whole year, the whole year was unfinished business, right? So my goal is to finish every year, and I didn't do that. So no, they're just the next team in the lineup that we got to be prepared to and ready to play because they're a really good team.
What do they do well in the secondary, Jameis? Because we know about what they do stopping the run. Is that kind of part and parcel? They stop the run so well that they're able to do what they do in the secondary?
I think they got big, long corners. I think Carlton Davis is an amazing corner. He's smart, savvy, and just very efficient with his feet. I think their DB coach, Coach Rock, does a great job of preparing them in terms of leverage and what they're going to see. So I think just their whole defense is in sync. I think Coach Bowles, even when I was there, Coach Bowles changed their defense around and got them playing together. And when you have a great corner in Carlton and you have a great nickel and safety in Antoine Whitfield, you got guys at every level that can make plays. So you got to be prepared to play your best game.
Jameis, on your side, is there anything about the size or the physicality of Mike and Jarvis that makes them good targets down the field to win those,
I think it's just their want to, the physical ability. Everybody has a different physique or a different ability, but Mike and Jarvis's want to, and even Chris's. Like I believe we do a good job in our receiver room of attacking the football. And when you got guys like Mike who takes pride in being physical in every route and getting open to create separation, that kind of just trickles down in that whole room.
You had not spent a lot of time with Jarvis ever, but a little on the practice field and not much in game. Where did that trust level come from that he was such a go-to guy?
It started in the off season, and it started in Miami. That was a big reason it was there, because that's where he lives. So we got some great work there, and he just knows when to turn it on and play football. He's an elite football player. He's been doing this for a long time. So when the lights come on, he's ready.
Hard to believe he was available late in the offseason.
Oh, very. When I saw him walking in the building, I was like, oh man, I can't let this one get away, right? Because he's such a prominent player. He's such a great leader, and his love for the game is similar to mine. Like I love him.
How soon did you know you were going to him on that route?
Me and Pete called that play on the sideline before we even went out there. So I didn't know. I didn't expect that coverage. I just knew I got 3 weapons: him, Chris, and Mike. So I'm gonna give one of them a chance.
I know when you came here, you talked about your relationship with Drew. Did you have any relationship just other than professional kind of courtesy with Brady? Do you know him at all besides just from being around?
I know he's one of the best quarterbacks to play the game, and I admire him. And I've studied his game a lot, but I don't know him personally. But I have talked to him a few times, but no, don't know him.
When you think about Brady's longevity, of course he did have an ACL too early in his career. How much of it is luck? Don't you feel like you work hard?
No, it's preparation. It ain't luck. It's preparation. He's been preparing for that moment. Just like we all preparing for this moment. We don't know when our career is going to be over, but we just got to prepare for each day and attack each day with our best effort.
When he retired and then quickly changed his mind, you weren't surprised by that, right?
He's a competitor, one of the greatest competitors in sports. I wasn't surprised by that at all. I've been watching him my whole life.
But you didn't feel unlucky by your injury? You feel like you were somehow unprepared for Devin White's tackle? That's what I'm getting at. It's like you seem to work really hard and prepare as hard as you can, and yet, sometimes things happen in football.
The game is the game we play,
yeah.
right? Some people have had injuries. Some people have had unfortunate injuries. But it's the game we play. But we love this game. We enjoy the hard hitting. The cold tub, right? The contrast, getting your body back right for the week. Like that's all a part of it. And I'm fortunate I get to play quarterback. I don't have to play running back, linebacker, defensive line, or offensive line. So I can't complain. Those guys in the trenches, they really hitting. They're really putting their life at risk every play. But they enjoy that, and they do whatever it takes to protect themselves. And they know anything can happen at any time. That's why we give it our all every play. But we never go into a game or practice thinking, oh, today I might get this. No.
How are you and Devin White?
Oh, great.
Yeah.
He's a great competitor. I'm closer with Levante David and Will Golston on their defense because we played longer together. But me and him great. I can't be mad for somebody for playing football.
Yeah, but he must have felt bad to say.
Oh, he didn't.
Did he reach out to you?
Yeah, he reached out, but he didn't. He felt bad for a second, but he's a football player, and he's a great football player. So he kept going. Things keep going, just like this team kept going. But the most important thing is this week of preparation is important because this is a great team that we're playing against, and our goals has to be to build on a positive last week where we finished strong and eliminate the negatives. We have to start faster and be ready to play this team.
How happy are you for another former Tampa teammate, Justin Evans?
Man, I'm so excited for him. We talk every day just about not taking any opportunity for granted. We were there together, right? And I saw when he got injured, and now I see how he persevered and came back, and that's what it's all about. When you fall down, you get back up and try again, and he's been doing a phenomenal job, and I'm happy that he was blessed with this opportunity to be here in this great organization.
I guess every time somebody plays Brady, they're asked a question like this. Could you imagine playing in this league till you're 45?
I hope so. I hope to do that. I'm thankful that he has set that standard. But it's been a lot of quarterbacks play for a long time. Steve DeBerg played for a long time, man. I don't even know who Steve DeBerg is. Some of y'all might know. But he played for Warren Moon played for a long time. I think Brady he's maintained that level of excellence for over an extended period of time, and it's crazy. People don't know Warren Moon. If you take his stats from Canadian Football League, we probably ain't talking about a lot of these cats. He was amazing. So, this game we're all fortunate to be able to play this game. Some of us, have more successful careers, but all of us are so thankful that we get the opportunity to lace them up and go out there in front of our fans and interact with you guys and do what we do, because it's truly a blessing and a privilege.
What are some of the things you're telling yourself to prepare for Sunday? Just conversations you're having in your head?
The same conversations that I have every single week. All right, let's come ready to prepare. Prepare yourself and just always stay prepared. And there's nothing else more than that.
You've talked a lot about how thankful you are and how much you love this game, but when you got hurt last year, is it like a conscious effort to turn your mindset into, okay, I'm hurt, but I'm going to think positive and still go dance around the locker room with my teammates? Does that make sense? Do you have to will yourself to immediately look at the
because the game is so much bigger than me. So much bigger than me. I was just rooting for us to win, and we won. So that excitement was more important as a team. Was more important than my injury at the time, because, like I said, the show goes on. I was hoping for a miracle MRI result, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen, and I just had to get to work and continue to cheer on my team from afar. But again, this week is about us competing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm here now. I'm healthy, and I'm ready to rock. That's it.
What can you say about Juwan in year two? Have you seen kind of a step forward in him, particularly as it pertains to being a tight end? And
I've seen a drastic step in Juwan just in terms of his dominance at the line of scrimmage. I always knew he was an incredible talent at pass catching, as a pass catching tight end, but the way that he has been in those trenches and making a conscious effort to block and to help us attack the edge and set the edge has been very impressive, and I'm so proud of him.
That show goes on mentality, was that something you learned with the injury, or did you have it even before? Was it a reality check at all?
Well, I only been in the NFL for 8 years. This business has been going way longer than I've been born. So, I think the facts just speak for that.
That's fair,
yeah.
I didn't know if it was like a mental switch, like she was kind of trying to get at for you personally.
Nah. I'm just happy to be here.
What did you think of Jarvis?
He must have, his ears were ringing.
Saw the replay. What did you think of Jarvis's catch when you saw the replay?
Big time players make big time plays in big time situations. Simple as that.
He's been doing that since college. A lot of us covered him at LSU. Those crazy, funny body catches and stuff.
Yeah, but a lot of guys has been doing that. But that's Jarvis's game. He has some of the best hands in the league, and I'm thankful that I get to toss him the rock. A lot.
How fun is it having so many weapons as a quarterback? You listed Chris, Jarvis, Mike, easily you were smiling about it.
Yeah, it's fun. I've been there before. With this past team, having Mike Evans and Deshaun Jackson and Chris Godwin. But it's amazing when things are in sync and you execute. Beautiful things happen, and when you have those targets and those competitors on the outside.